Hi, this is Certified Life Coach Denise LaFrance with Emerge Into You Coaching. I'd like to talk about my second blog in my video blog series, Married and Gay, and that concerns the husbands. If you have come to the realization that you're gay and you're married, there are going to be major decisions that you're going to have to make, and the first one, or one of the first ones, is going to be whether you talk to your husband, how you talk to your husband, and what are the possible reactions he might have, and how do you handle that. Before talking to your husband, though, I really recommend that you process your thoughts and your feelings with someone who is not going to be directly impacted by the possible decisions that you make in your marriage. Talking about your situation is difficult, but it's also very necessary if you're going to process and get to the other side. Keeping secrets is a terrible burden and an unnecessary one, and it will really help you to talk to your husband in a much more confident, self-assured way if you're sure about how you're feeling about things. So please think about that. There are several common phases that husbands go through when having the conversation around your sexual orientation. The first might be very heartbreaking, and keep in mind that you've been dealing with this for a while, but he has not, and his reaction might be very difficult for you to witness. But know that in the long run, whatever happens, whatever decisions you make are going to be best for you and ultimately best for your family. When you are thinking about talking to your husband, the first thing you really need to think about is safety. You know him better than anybody else. Does he have a history of being abusive or vindictive? Would there be a possibility, based on history, of there being some sort of a child custody situation? If the answer is yes to any of those questions, I really recommend that you talk to a gay-friendly attorney before talking to your husband at all about your sexuality. It's going to protect you and protect your children, and your safety really should come first. As far as the common phases that husbands go through, there are really four major common phases. The first is denial. It's that feeling of, if I ignore it, it's going to go away. It's a phase, and she's told me, but I'm just not going to bring it up, and it'll be gone. Well, you and I both know that it's not a phase. If you're at the point where you're talking to him about it, you really have thought a lot about this, and it's not a phase. It's part of who you are. So but the denial that he's feeling is something that is very natural for him. The other phase is the bargaining phase, where if he has not been the best husband to you, he will find ways to be the best husband for you, thinking that if he does things to please you, that you will ultimately change your mind and stay. That, of course, we also know doesn't work. The third typical phase is the anger phase. And your husband's anger is partly due to the feeling of helplessness that he might feel. How can he compete with a woman? It's not a natural state for him to feel like that. And part of what he might also be thinking is, what are my friends going to say? What is my family going to say? What is my work going to say when they find out that my wife is leaving me for a woman? Those are very difficult things, those ego-driven things. Those are very difficult things for a man to work through. And so that might manifest itself as anger towards you and towards the situation. The fourth and final phase, hopefully, that all men will get to, is the acceptance phase. And, it's really important for your husband to be able to process his feelings with someone he feels safe with. And my recommendation is, if he does not think about it, I would recommend to him that he see a therapist. It's somebody who can help him work through all of the different things that he's feeling, so that ultimately he'll be able to work with you for a better relationship with the kids. To be able to have a cordial working relationship with you is really important if you're parents. If you're not parents and you are finding yourself in this situation, it will actually help him to not feel like this could happen to him every time he gets in a relationship. You know, it's a very complex thing, and for him the best thing might be to have somebody safe and qualified to help him deal with all of that. So thank you very much for tuning in to this blog about talking to your husbands. I hope that things go well for you, and for me, they ultimately went well. I have a very good relationship with my ex-husband, and we co-parent our children very well. It was not easy getting there for either one of us, but we did, and I hope that you can too. If you would like to speak to me further about this topic, please go to my website, which is emergeintoyou.com, for my contact information. It's also going to be at the end of this video. We can arrange a telephone conversation if you'd like to talk. So take care of yourself. Stay tuned for my next video blog, which is going to be about your emotional upheaval, the vacillating between the ups and the downs that you're feeling with all of this. It's a tough thing. So take care of yourself. I will talk to you soon. Bye.